different issues. Some are going through a difficult period in their life. Converging this evening, it is not that we are so perfect and they do. It is because of the mercy of Allah, God Almighty, making us to be here. Good evening, Liberia. Welcome to the show, Issues of the Day on Voice of Liberia. My name is Sekou Sharif. I'm going to be taking you up to 9 o'clock tonight on the show. And I want you to invite someone to listen along with us. As a matter of fact, we're going to be discussing all important issues in Liberia. Like I always remind you of the upcoming elections. There will be lots of things from the politicians. There will be lots of things they will come and say to you. And so you need to be very careful what you do. And it is a great day as we have a day to end this month. We'll enter into the next month, into June. You know, when we used to work for people during this period of the month, we start to remind our employers when they pay, they will reach. But it's good. You know, it's difficult, right? Good evening, folks, and welcome to the show. My name is Sekou Sharif, and I'm here tonight up to 9 o'clock. Like I was saying, right? When we used to be employees of different media institutions that we worked for, whenever, you know, this period of the month, we try to remind our employers when the payday will meet. Start to put in more time. You know, usually when you want to see workers, you want to see how committed they are, is from the 20th of the month. You will see them putting in more time, acting more serious than ever before. You know, the month is about to come to an end now. Pay slip will be dropping. You have people moving, going to the various areas to get their salaries. And so you will see the seriousness. But I think some of the things that, you know, you will observe, in not all, I think, not in one sector, but in all of the sectors, and the worst area is the Liberian businesses that you have Liberians, you know, catering to customers. Most often you have very terrible experience with them in terms of what they do and how they, you know, they serve customers that would go to buy or whatever. I think that it is most often a buy experience from businesses that you have Liberians. And I think that is one of the reasons why you would see you don't have that customer relationship, customer service. Most of, not all, but some of the Liberian businesses. You have someone that should do something at the end of the day, they will allow you that are going to pay your money to sit and work for them. You know, we should not. They don't talk to you in any respect. They talk to you the way you need to talk to you. If you notice, you will bear with me. You go to Lebanese toll, Indian business area, you will see the level of respect, honor, and concern they will show you. Unlike Liberian businesses, not all, but some, they have that sheer arrogance. They don't, show that respect for customers. And I think it's something we need to work on, right? Um, and like I said, now this cut across in every sector, even in the media, we Liberians, we talk about we want a job. We want to do a job. And at the end of the day, when you give people jobs, they tend to be the bosses on the job and don't do what they should do. At the end of the day, when they are dismayed, you go to other areas, even to get a reference into where they've worked, it becomes a problem because your past working area will not serve you. Like I remember when some of us used to work with some of the media institutions in Liberia, whenever we about to resign, the institution will always ask us, like, I remember I used to work with OK when we opened the radio station. When I was resigning, by that time, Slave was in the States. And he asked me what was the reason I was resigning, and he was willing to work along with the management, along with Mr. Reed, Mr. Red, to have the salaries increased. And I said, no, I don't want to increase salary. I just wanted to resign. And I thought that I needed to leave, OKFM. I'm trying to say in a short that when you serve, when even you are leaving any institution, people think about you, people mix out with you the things you did when you should be there. How many of us that we can say these things will happen to us, to our very working areas? How many of us will be amazed whenever we decide to leave? How many of us even will leave with that high level of respect? Hey, like you say, you want to leave someone, say, oh yeah, let the person leave, and at least they'll find another person to put them there. It shows that you've not done anything well. It shows that you've not served well. It shows that you did not do what you needed to do diligently. And it's bad. All that we do, we need reference. We need reference. If you cannot do, at times, some of the areas we work, all of the things that will happen there will be good. But one thing is, you need to bear in mind that you've gone to do a little job. If you are, let me put this in a simple English. If you are a super, do that to the best of your ability. Do not allow people influence you. If you are a security, do that to the best of your ability. Do not allow people to influence you. Because you never know. You never know that what you're doing today is something that you can jump from. Right? And some of these things that I say to people, I always love to make reference to myself because I'm a living testimony to these things. I'm a witness to that. Uh, it is things that I've experienced in life. If anyone can say to anyone that Sekou will have a radio station today, a few years ago, they will tell you, say, la. Sekou will not do it. But some of us had a dream and we worked and we continue to work towards it. We were humble, we were submissive. Many of these things, people did things to us. We knew it in ourselves that they were not good, but we allowed them to slide because we knew what we wanted. If some of us explained to you some of the things we went through to various areas that we worked, and some of you will not want to accept them. But because we accepted them, that is the reason why we are where we are today. Then we stay, even some of the people in the past that did some of the things to us that felt that they were doing something to us, and we received it, and we turn that thing they thought they were doing to us into good. Today they will see us and be very proud of us. So I'm saying this to every one of us out there. You know, maybe you work in any area, in the media, in the security sector, in the field of education, in the judiciary, in the executive or out of government or in the business area. Once you are serving a setting at a particular time, you need to do all you can with all your best. The reason why most of us cannot achieve our goal is because, right? Uh, the reason why that happened is because we are not patient minded. We don't do what we have to do. When we are given little opportunity, we make use and abuse the opportunity. At the end of the day, you never know. You never know. Right? You never know. Okay, folks. Let me give you a lineup of what we're going to be doing. At 7 tonight, we will be joined by two Liberian uh, politicians. One is from the ruling establishment, uh, uh, mm, and the the next person is from the opposition. So we have Alfonso Bella from Unity Party. Mr. Alfonso Bella will join us at 7. And we're going to have a conversation along with Minister Abubakar Bar from the government. The two individuals will join us tonight. We're going to talk about the governance, the prospects of the government, the challenges, the success, and they're going to be giving reasons why they should retain all, they should be voted out, and what makes even Unity Party to be a party to be talking about, bad governance. They will share that for us tonight on the show when two of Liberia's best sons join us tonight as we dig into politics, looking at governance, and these are the kinds of conversations we need to be having as we're moving towards October, the October elections. These are the conversations we need to be having in our country, right? Because let's allow the young people to sit around the table. Let's allow the young people to discuss the issues. Let us disagree to agree, but we should not go back to the butchers. Let the young people that have always been used to do the wrong things in our country sit around the table and discuss the issues and provide solutions to some of the problems that we face in our country, and also give reasons why there are no problems in Liberia. So the two young Liberians will join us here at 7 o'clock tonight. And that discussion will take us up to 9, at which time we'll call it a day to resume tomorrow on the program. But before then, I want to read you the press release from the Alternative National Congress. They use some strong words in it, and it has since caught my attention. And I think it's very important, prudent for us to look at it very very carefully tonight. It says collaborating political parties, CPP, national headquarters, 19th Street, Singer, Beachside, Monrovia, Republic of Liberia, for immediate release. Monrovia, Liberia, Monday, May 29, 2023. The collaborating political parties, CPP, condemns the foul trash spewed by the unrepentant murderer, Prince Yomi Johnson, of the Movement for Democratic Reconstruction, MDR for short, which holds the vice tender bearer position of the opposition Unity Party during his so-called church service on Sunday, May 28, 2023. The murderers, warlord, defamed the purpose of worship and defiled the name of the Christian church, screaming hate-filled messages and lies against the tender bearer of the CPP, Mr. Alexander B. Cummings. The recently named charismatic vice tender bearer, Councillor Charlie Bruskin, and the chairman emeritus of the Alternative National Congress, Anthony Orisho Good. The false prophet and cold-blooded murderer of hundreds of Liberians, including popular Liberian musician Tecumseh Roberts, used the pulpit of the church to hurl ridiculous, unfounded, hate-filled, and threatening rants, which are not just lies, but also reminders of his killer instincts and disregard for human life, truth, respect, and decency as the notorious and murderous leader of the Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia, NPFL. It is obvious that his bride now views the CPP as the big ears to his murderous quest for the Liberian presidency, having failed multiple times to shoot his way into occupying our nation's highest office. Now, because Prince Johnson believes his hand-picked vice presidential candidate could become president at any time if the UP ticket is successful, he is using every dirty and wicked tactics to halt the momentum and popular advance of the CPP ticket. The blood-sustained killer of Liberians of all tribes, including sons and daughters of Nimba, sees himself closer to the Liberian presidency, this time with only the voted and momentum-building CPP in his way. Hence, his virtualities and slanderous rants against the opposition CPP must be seen in terms of the danger it poses to our beloved country. If this killer is anywhere near the Liberian presidency, this will not be accepted. Baboon should know the tree to rub itself against. We therefore call on Ambassador Joseph Boakai to condemn this provocation and vile attack against the CPP by his political partner and rein in his new bedfellows, or the CPP will. This is not an attempt or empty threats. As the emerging leader of the opposition, the CPP looks to work with the opposition community to make failed George Weah a one-term president. While this is our focus, we will not fail to delay to deal decisively and aggressively with pretentious hustlers and known traitors of our democratic quest for real change in our country. Ambassador Boakai can choose to dance with the devil, but the CPP will not. We also call on the Liberian Council of Churches, the Liberian Pastoral Network, and leaders of the Christian faith in Liberia to condemn the blasphemous use of the pulpit and name of the Christian church by politicians and false prophets to slander and defame political opponents. This abuse of religion must stop now. The continued silence of leaders of the church can only aid and abet these false prophets and abusers of the faith. Finally, it is unfortunate that the likes of notorious Prince White Johnson, who should have answered for gracious war crimes, multiple murders, crimes against humanity and the people of Liberia, including sons and daughters of Nimba, stay as a voice in our political space. He fears the CPP because he knows we are serious in our promise made to the victims, survivors, and family members of the over 250 Liberians who lost their lives in our civil war, that under they definitely answer for war crimes against the people of Liberia. Okay, they say lives in our civil war that under the CPP leadership, all warlords, including pay-to-play, self-styled General Prince Johnson, will definitely answer for war crimes against the people of Liberia. If the legislature fails to pass the bill, the CPP standard bearer, when elected, will appoint by executive order a special prosecutor on war crimes to end this long-standing impunity. They say Liberia deserves better. Real change is coming. Martin Sekula, Deputy National Secretary General CPP. Oh, you listen to that? You know, there were strong words used on Senator Prince Johnson. And in all fairness, all the words suits him. He's a warlord, notorious war killing, killer. He's a murderer. Is it true that he has murdered people? Yes. Yes. In two ways. I want to say this to Senator Prince Johnson, and I'll come back where in that release they said they want to make they turn the sitting president as a failed president, and I will come to that issue. And I will clarify, and I will straighten the contradiction there, and I will set it in the right area, and I will beat some sense into the heads of the people, and I will move on. Now, let me start with Senator Prince Johnson. You know, it is only in Liberia that people like Prince Johnson will be a pastor or a religious head. It is only in Liberia. Let's go to Sierra Leone. Where is Folisako? Where are the people that were involved into the wars in Sierra Leone? Where are they? What did the government do? Now, you don't blame Senator Prince Johnson, you blame we Liberians. That the people of Nimba, Liberia at large, they pay Senator Prince Johnson for the killings he did in our country. People like Prince Johnson should not even go near governance, should not go near power. People like Prince Johnson should not even see the daylight for what he did in our country. People like Prince Johnson should not even have the space to think that he can make a decision or to speak freely in this country. No matter what the issues in terms of us accepting to forgive and forget about the past, but justice should be served. Like the past government and this government, they've not done well in making people like Prince Johnson to know what he has done to our country. Do you think Prince Johnson is supposed to get the guts to talk about people? You think he's supposed to? He should not. There's no way that Prince Johnson is supposed to be talking about politics in Liberia. He should be answering to questions of what he did. He should be answering to questions of what he did to people in this country, the lives he took. But see, in Liberia, you will see politicians running for Prince Johnson's support. Then you encourage Prince Johnson to think that he's so important. This is a man that killed innocent people, raped innocent girls, children in our country, women. So the only way you pay this man back is to give him a job, is to make him a senator. And you don't want to establish war and economic crimes code. And he opens a church. And he uses the church to pretend that he's good. But he's always threatening people. What kind of man is this? So he feels that he's the same, or he has the same right like all other person, because he has not gone to jail for what he has done. He has not answered questions for what he has done to our country. And that is the bad precedence that Liberia has set and continue to set. To say, oh, we can't do retroactive injustice, we got to do this, we can't go back to the bad days, we need to forget about what, we need to forget about the other thing here, we need to allow everything to happen. When you are allowing everything that happened in our country, the people that did the things in our country, they don't know that they should know better and stop creating new wounds. To the Prince Johnson, a newsmaker. Prince Johnson are all persons will be making news in our country. Prince Johnson will decide and look at someone and say anything to them. He wakes up and says this. And you know the reason why, sometimes when people say, oh, what the religious people, what they say, this is just a clear truth. The religious people themselves, they are politicians now. They're into politics. They are not that independent like the way they used to be before. They have their own side. So if someone they favor, when they say something, they don't care. They don't say anything about them. You think Prince Johnson is supposed to have the guts to think, say he will say something to somebody in this country? This is a man that called me on my dingo and said that on my dingo should not be having a show. This Prince Johnson man. He feels that he has done nothing wrong. The man brags that he has never been to court to be what indicted of whatsoever to say about him. Go and see, go and read history and see what Sierra Leoneans did to those of the people that are involved in the war. Some of the Kamajo, their leaders, what did they do to them? Where are they today? If some of them stay alive, they stay serving their jail sentence. But you have the Prince Johnson here. He's running and dining with the movers and shakers of the country. He's making decisions. What kind of decision this killer can make for the country? Like the way the ANC people, they're bringing him, notorious murderer, killer. And it is just sad that people will be using the churches to read insults and brand people all kinds of names and say all kinds of things about people. It's just sad for our country. And Prince Johnson, I don't want to talk about his political support. That Prince Johnson has his right to support anyone he wants to support. He's right. So I don't want to go to that. But my thing here is, can a man like Prince Johnson say these things what he's saying? If this country could be a more serious country, do you think Prince Johnson is supposed to even see the daylight? Or Prince Johnson is a senator in Liberia? Or Prince Johnson that can make a mistake and leave from any of the African countries? The last time he had a trip to go to Burkina Faso, he could not. Or Prince Johnson that is so restricted to the extent he's afraid that if he leaves certain area, he's going to be arrested. Oh yes. You dare Prince Johnson had to call one day, he said he's going to Europe. You dare him to say, oh, you're going to America. Or you dare him to say you're going to see your country. Prince Johnson will not come back. Will just read the news. Because you will be handcuffed. You will be arrested. You think that you're doing here, they were not watching? Allowing Prince Johnson there to be making decisions in our country. They decide who to be leaders. What country are we in? Or killer? Someone that killed people, mothers, fathers, parents, rape people, mothers, sisters. And now this is a man, he's a dying ball, and he uses his church to launch attack on people. Look at some of the things. You wake up and say, oh, Union Nambe has AIDS. Are you a medical person? Okay, let's leave. Can a leader speak the way he spoke? Is that the way a leader speak? Carelessly? Now, no one can say you can't say the truth, but you're coming out to say someone has a sickness, and I think you are doctor. I said, you confirmed? Do you have medical reports? So why if someone wakes up and say, Prince Johnson has this sickness and everything? How do you feel about it? You thought, what? You're so angry when people call you a murderer. But you find pleasure in calling names of other people. You call names to other people. Can a Prince Johnson shoot a Prince Johnson in Liberia? Eh? So what happened in Israel, folks? All those of the people that participated in the war, they are not seeing the daylight. They've been reminded. They've been persecuted. You go to Guinea, all other countries. But only this country called Liberia, someone said to me in a very joking form, they said, Liberia is going to go hard time. And I tend to believe it. Because the way things happen in this country, they are just quite different from the way things happen around the world. And like I said, I don't want to say, oh, Prince Johnson is wrong to support the Unity Party. No. He has his constitutional right to support anyone he wants to support. But my thing here is, men like this should not even be in our body politics. Like when they talk, then their supporters, then The next minute of prison, something will say you will send somebody after people in the bus. But you are a murderer. Should we go to court to prove that you can kill or you kill? Should we go to court to say that during the war you kill innocent people, you rape innocent women, girls, you did a lot of things to people that you needed not to do? Or you think is this the way we should pay you back? You should be reminded for what you've done. You people are the ones that make this country to be where it is today. When the time you thought the only thing you could do was to go in the bush, unlike now we can express ourselves. So David goes to the church, he hides himself behind the pulpit, and he says all kinds of reckless things that could feel confusion in the country. Oh yes. Oh yes. Prince will not be seen the daylight. On the other end, where the CPP document is saying, oh, Phil Godwin. You know, when CPP, nearly Mr. Alexander Cummings, when I hear him be talking, it can sound to me that when you take, when you take the later, you put them somewhere, you say, later won't do female work. So when that later is, and you ask him how B-Man can do the work. So the later doesn't know, right? He speaks for his level, he speaks the way he understands things. That's how it is. When I listen to Mr. Alexander Cummings, he says the things he's saying, it sounds very funny to me because I don't think he understands what it takes to do what the current president is doing. Someone that that's the reason why I say Liberia is just another country. Someone that had no track record into such governance. This man has never worked in a sector of such, to either be administrator in a government area, or to either be superintendent, to either be tanchi, to either be paramount, to either be city mayor, to either be superintendent, to either be a minister or director, or to be either be representative, neither to talk about a speaker pro tem or on some other position. But he says he has a solution to that. Someone that can only 50 persons will be aroused anyway. But he said that he can. The only thing they will tell you, we can't keep doing the same thing. I wonder that people think that this country is or anything mean that anybody can just come and eat their own and go. So coming to a client and say, oh yeah, I'm on time. When you pull in somewhere, someone say, Thomas can be staying here, you be asking where the men are coming for the program. Let's go to the lines and take some of your calls on 07709079070, 07709079070, 08809079070, 08809079070 are the two numbers to join us on the show tonight. Let's hear you, Liberians. The very first caller on the show, this person. Good evening.
Yes, sir. I'm here calling from the Canada.
Grand Bassa County. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. Then, if you take these cameras, you think it's like pushes power. The beginning is secret freedom. So far, we think for Charlie, when Charlie comes in, follow that man, she got to be careful. We get the camera to go out, tell her not to follow Charlie comes in. Because so I'm going to walk her up. Thank you.
You got proof to that one there? Let me take this person. Hello? Hello? Okay. Good evening. Okay, let me take this person on this end. Hello? Yes.
Yeah, my name is Kindness. I'm Kindness League, phoning from 6 Street, phoning the broadcast.
Mm.
A big thank you for the show, Seku. Uh, I want to specifically, talk or throw a bit light on the talking points which says, which talked about Mr. Kumi, press release or what kind of, he's making. Mr. Kumi, don't make it. Let me just be simple and say they hear me go away. People are selling Liberia-VOL. Yeah, don't make it come after you said. Yeah, you are better than you want to make it come after you. You want to try. Thank you, say good.
You threatening? Hello. Yeah. Mm. So I had two people on it. Hello. Yes, Spencer, Lawrence Spencer. Yes, go ahead, what he brings to the table? What Kwame brings to the table? But tell us more today. Tell us more, I beg you. You see, Lawrence, you see your get something you already agree, you accept it. I don't want that weird thing. How will our president go use traffic without? Thank you. Yes. So we'll reach it, brother, so you can come, yeah? All right, brother. Thank you very much. Let me take this person. Hello. Yeah, hello. Good evening. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you very much. This person. Hello. Good evening. Jerry from where? Jerry, you need to move from the monitor or I'll cut you off. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, but Prince Johnson, the man, the thing the man did to the country, we can't just leave you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. That's your own recommendation. Thank you. Hello. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
We're great. Let's hear you.
Okay. Thank you. Discussion.
What's your name?
My name is Mr. Clement. I'm calling from Danielsville.
Danielsville. Go ahead, sir.
I started from Prince Johnson killing a lot of people in this country. So we didn't start with Prince Johnson. They started from the day of the man called Malcolm Martin on the day of trouble. Sometimes we'll kill someone and keep that inside.
So what can we talk about the person in which that is doing what he's doing? Also, because the other people did it, he should do it, right? Well, you heard me. I said why I said did him. So, but the president, listen now. Wait now. Hello. Let me say something, sir, please. You know that the president said at a particular time that it is before the legislature. So I don't think we need to blame the president on that. No, but we got opposition there too. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take this person here. Hello. 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 Good evening. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Good evening. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. Good evening. Go ahead.
Good evening, Liberia. Thank you for your topic on the discussion this evening. I want to appreciate you. First point. This country will keep on going with, and a lot of Trump has been their own experience with war. A lot of people kill a lot of people in this country. People kill even with a free country. Now we cannot hear their names.
Because they're not creating problems. But Prince that kill people, he stay creating problems. He stays saying things that he should not say to people. Okay, so you hearing Job Bole telling people all kinds of things? You hearing Job Bole threatening people? You hearing Job Bole saying, because he's not doing it. So apparently he has had some level of remorse for what he did. But Prince doesn't have it. Thank you very much, yeah? Thank you. Let me take this person. Hello?
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
So, first of all, you comprehend the problem made by agency engagement. So you see the problem, we need to be very, very careful. Like we had the last time when we were discussing about GSB health condition, I said that it don't have any medical root.
Hello? Hello? Oh man, too bad he left the line. Hope you can call us back, please. Our guests are already here. Hello? Yes, good evening. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me take a roughly 2 more calls, then join my guests. They're already here. Hello? Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Go ahead. Sorry, calling from Firestone? Firehill. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, this person. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Good evening. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel saying I got a conversation with Uncle Carl.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
Yeah, no, when it comes to what our president is doing to the church, I'm listening to him on Sunday, and honestly, I was disappointed. For someone to go to church as a pastor, as a man of God, you lay the power down and everything is about quality and touching all people in your church, and nobody in Liberia, no group in Liberia has the God to tell them, you want to pay enough for bread. If you just imagine, if give me the DP says something about you at the Senate or at the House, you also have the right to call person at that particular local, and react. But for you to go to the church and call people, if the other person at the very church, and people are saying to us that people should fold their hair and look at people, always you see the pulpit to stop people and attack other people. I think it will not work, it will not allow the majority to always be respecting the man in situation. You should also understand, using the power. You should be very careful. You cannot be saying this thing and the Holy Spirit spoke to me. How can the Holy Spirit speak to you when you feel like when I to do it? Other people, the Holy Spirit speak to you. The only way you can tell us that Holy Spirit speak to you, some of them is there. If you are preaching on a particular topic, and that topic in the church is on the power, and they don't want you try to change it. So the Holy Spirit say, I'm going to preach all this, I'm going to preach all this, and we agree. But for you to take your prophet always and attack other people, and people don't do put our head, I don't think we'll always put our head. 10% of doesn't want to use the church as a political ground will also respond to as a politician. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me take the last person, then I go to my guest. Let me take the last person. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
How are you, sir?
Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, something will always
You say what?
When I over there, way back there was a musician who was gay. That thing doesn't care, man. Yeah, so Elizana was not there.
Elizana will not let me. Okay, thank you very much. My guests are here. Hello, the last person. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. The last person. Will not take all your calls. Yeah, let's hear you.
Oh my God, this big John thing, if you don't die, I forgot what this big John thing is. Because big John is second day, is set to foot. And in Nigeria, government will say big John and the other people is better is go to the foot. But every day, big John is very day, big John is. They can't
Thank you very much. Let me hold your calls now. Yes, you hold your calls. That's all the time. We can take all your calls, please. Okay, it's good. Like we announced today, our guests are already here. One person is from the government, another person is from the opposition, and they are two of Liberia's best sons. They've joined us tonight so we can share our thoughts on critical national issues. They're two respected young men in Liberia, and we all can disagree to agree. And as we discuss the issues that matter to our country, tonight we have as our guest Mr. Fanso Bella. He comes from Unity Party. We also have Minister Abubakar Ba. He works with the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and he's going to be speaking more of what the government has done and giving reasons why Mr. President should be re-elected, and he's going to be providing his thoughts on issues surrounding Unity Party and that of the opposition in extension, while Mr. Alfonso Bella feels that the CDC government has done little to be re-elected, and he feels that they've failed on the promises they made to the Liberian people, and as such, Liberians should vote Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai in October so that they can redeem this country as they've named and branded themselves Rescue 1 and Rescue 2 of the Unity Party. They are here with me, and I want to say, Alfonso, good evening, my brother, and thank you for honoring our invite.
Good evening, Sekou. Good evening to the staff and management of online TV and radio 4.1. And I want to say good evening to our listeners via this medium, who went abroad, and some of the correspondents who will follow up online from Rwanda, Sierra Leone, Gambia, and Europe. So it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. Let me say, Minister Abubakar Ba, good evening.
Well, good evening, Sekou. Good evening to my friend Alfonso Ballet of the Unity Party. And good evening to the listening audience. It's always a pleasure being on your outlet to speak to our Liberian people.
It feels good to have the two of you. Before we move ahead, I just want to lay some of the things or the rules we're going to be following. For those of our listeners, we want to say thank you. You will be the judge out there as we have our two brothers discussing issues of governance and other issues of the government as well. We're going to have, from the start of the conversation, 5 minutes each to each one of you will ask questions, 5 minutes each, and we will ask that when any of you 5 minutes is ongoing, no one should interrupt their friend. You can jot down the points, and then we'll give you the next 5 minutes or the next minutes, and you can maybe scripting any contradictions you think that have been mentioned during the present deliberation. And the both of you will bend into this, and I trust the ability of the both of you that we're going to have a very civil conversation. We're going to be looking at the time. I'll announce the time to you guys when we start the discussion. Today we're going to discuss about governance. We'll also look at security. As we move towards elections, security is very important. We're also going to look at the two institutions, the government, meaning the CDC coalition and that of Unity Party in extension, or collaborating political parties. They giving reasons why they should be elected to lead the country for the next 6 years to come. So we're going to start with the opposition. Alfonso, it is 15 minutes after 7. We want to say welcome, and we want you to tell us about the Unity Party. How is the Unity Party, and what exactly is happening in the Unity Party?
Thank you, Sekou, and thank you to my dear friend abroad, the Honorable Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs at the The Unity Party, by last year in July, we left a convention in Banga, which is a regular thing that every 6 years the Unity Party goes to convention because our constitution is patterned after the national constitution of our country that says that the national leadership of the country goes to elections every 6 years. So last year we were in Banga and we conducted a national convention, and so we came back to town, consolidated our basis. The Steady Community Elections campaign started the county conventions that are already being completed, following which we also started primary and consensus of our candidate. While we were in the midst of such activities, we also named our standard bearer, a vice standard bearer, Honorable Jeremiah Banku of Lima County, as our standard bearer and quote unquote rescue to the priority cities. And so we have revealed to the Liberian people that we have a ticket, and that ticket is Joe Senyuma Bwaka of Wasaga, Nova County, and Jeremiah Banku of Kanta, Lima County. And 2 weeks ago, we were in Baza, and the ticket was endorsed by Senator Dominic Kanga Lawrence of the Liberty Party in hot fashion. And at that endorsement, she was named and starred the rescue. So the Unity Party trade has now taken, and so we consider as a trade, we consider also as a shape that is living deep sea. In 2017, the CDC government, the CDC as a party took on a platform, approached the Liberian people that they wanted a change for good, that the Unity Party government being in power for 12 years. And so they appealed to the Liberian people for a change, a dynamism of new leadership, a dynamism of a progressive and young leadership of the country, even though at that campaign processes, they got an endorsement from Manasemi that all of them were saying that they will not castigate Manasemi, who was president and standing around the Unity Party for 12 years, but they were attacking the Joseph Baka. So the Liberian people then believed that George Weah of Claroton would have provided that leadership, and so they wanted a change in leadership in terms of political party. And so CDC was given the authority, even though their authority was challenged in court, and the Supreme Court validated our argument of challenge, and they said even though there were issues, but they are very minute to what to the result. So it means that our challenge was approved by the Supreme Court, that there were issues in terms of rigging of the elections. And so we gave them the benefit of the doubt, we leave that approval based on the matter of change of who. And since then, over the last 5 to 6 years, we have not seen anything change. And so over the last 3 months, we consolidated ourselves after our Ghana convention last year. And over the last 1 month, some days now, we named our running mate and we take it to the Liberian people based on our platform, based on the performance of the Unity Party in the last 12 years. And so we are now telling the Liberian people, CDC came in a shift clothing and pretended to be the shepherd and that could provide the goods and services for our people. But unfortunately, they were not able to do it. So this time around, we believe and trust that Ambassador Joseph Nimabwaka or Wasanga and Jeremiah Banku or Gompa to provide that leadership, that governance structure that we need as a country. It is not a structure.
Alfonso, 20 minutes past 7, meaning your 5 minutes has expired.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Minister Bani, you were starting 20 minutes past 7 and 7:25. Your 5 minutes expired. How is the government, the workings of the government?
Well, the government is doing extremely well. We're very focused on delivering services to our people, empowering Liberians, ensuring that the country is stable, very peaceful, and making sure that our democracy is working, ensuring that the tenets of democracy are followed. And this is why you're seeing that we've kick-started the national elections. We've done with the BVR process, biometric voter registration process, first of its kind in the Republic of Liberia. Those are things that were not done in the past administration. And it minimizes duplication of registration by people. We're seeing a lot is ongoing under President Bill. For instance, we're seeing that the country is very stable. We ensure that there is peace, there is harmony. We're not running after any political person because of the view that they expound, because of the disagreement that they bring forth to the government. Uh, we have ensured that that is not ongoing. There's no political prisoner, though there are people who are abusing the freedom of speech, freedom of assembly. They've taken onto themselves, a new trend, a trend of insolence, disrespect for constituted authority, and all of that. But the country is largely peaceful because we've got a former peace ambassador on the SY Unity Party led government headed by President Sori and Mr. Joseph Numa Boakai, who is opting to be elected as president of Liberia. And we are also very concerned about the state of our education sector. Today, you are following since on Monday, there have been tons of poor people, children, graduating from the University of Liberia. I just came from the CC party headquarters. The Dukes of the University is a citizen. He graduated with magna cum laude in mathematics. And he's been on the government education free policy with so many of it, all of his colleagues, undergraduate level and other public facilities of learning across the country. People are getting educated. We're investing in education. We also saw, just the past week, students of the 12th grade, they are taking WAS. They did not pay a dime. Those were things that were very cumbersome, a cumbersome burden for parents to have. For the Honor Unity Party-led government that received tons of support because Liberia had just returned from war, and that is something, if you do peace study, you understand that after war, there will be a lot of investment by people trying to help just to give the country a breathing space, for growth. That was not done in the midst of billions of dollars that came into this country. People were just struggling to go to the University of Liberia. In fact, one of the graduates today, I haven't seen who said, was being expelled because the Unity Party-led government then took a decision through the board of trustees at the University of Liberia to have increased tuition, at the University of Liberia. And so we have understood the issues in the educational sector, and we're working to ensure, and that is why you've seen the people graduating from high school, some of the Division 1, very good students, they can challenge any of the colleagues in the sub-region under the CDC-led government. The government has also invested in healthcare. You see that we build hospitals. You saw the 14 military hospital when it was on the verge of being constructed. People like the Unity Party guys, because they never saw that, to give relevance to
Minister
military.
Minister Val, let me hold you there. Your 5 minutes has expired, and I want to go back to Alfonso. Now, Alfonso, you did the introduction about what's happening in Unity Party. Then the minister did the same thing as well. So we move on to the next thing. Today's discussion, I want us to have it a little bit different, not like the way we usually do, where someone will say something, another person will disagree. We are in the period where Liberians are yearning for the right decision or the right direction as to what they should do come October this year. We want you to give us your line up of what's in it within the Unity Party that she wants to offer the Liberian people within the next 5 minutes. What the Unity Party has to offer Liberians.
Thank you, Sekou. And before people have reached out to what the Unity Party get is a manifesto.
So you're starting
for
726.
So that first of all, they need to demystify some of the exceptions that were made by the minister. First, he said the voter registration was clearly transparent. That's as false as it is. The National Elections Commission has confirmed to the Liberian people that only 8 people were registered, and duplications were verified in the tune of almost 7,000. So that is that correction complete. The second thing for you to say that other reasons were spared under the Unity Party-led government. Yes, the government, but the board trustee of the University of Liberia was headed by the vice president of the country, then senator and vice president of the vice presidential candidate, Senator Joy Hamilton was then.
So meaning she approved.
Good. So she was then the chairman of the board of trustees, and the board of trustees take administrative decision, advise the administration on how to proceed based on the rules and regulations of the university. So these are the two corrections put that way. What the Unity Party government, what the standard of the Unity Party get to give to the Liberian people beyond the 2022. First of all, we got a code for arrest. What is arrest? We're talking about agriculture. We're talking about reformation. We're talking about the transformation. We're talking about the science, the technology.
Arrest as spelled as A-R-R-E-S-T.
A-R-E-S-T. And so sometimes it's double S, double R. So, firstly, is that online father is agriculture. Why we want to? Because the first thing is that our economy should be based on agriculture, agricultural vibrancy. Meaning is that we have a soil. Liberia in the south region is one of the countries that is blessed in terms of topographical location. When you look at our soils are good. Before the war, we have Lofa, Bon, Nima, and Benjamin. They were potential in producing rice for the local market. This time around, we say, okay, we want to enhance those 4 counties to ensure that the $280 million the government spent on every year to import rice, we want to spend the $280 million reduction in about 35% to spend it on our local market. We're going to invest into Nova, Bon, Lima, and Benjamin in terms of real production. What do we do for Benjamin? Benjamin, when you look at the soil, is rich in terms of cattle raising. So we're going to invest into cattle raising. When you look at Maryland, before the war, anybody look at any idea? Maryland was involved into sugar production. They were doing cages, the technology. So we're going to invest in the sector. We're not going to bring in the simple back, but we're going to bring different companies, elaborate 100% company to invest into the sugar cane. What do we do to the back soil? When you look at the agricultural soil, it's so rich in terms of cocoa, rubber, and oranges. So our thinking is all of the 15 countries, we're going to dichotomize them into their soil production and develop what we want to do. Why? We can import into the country $280 million worth of rice every year. If we invest $50 million, it means that the balance of that money can be invested into different activities in our country. So in our manifesto, the first and foremost bill is agriculture. So we're going to invest into agriculture. We're talking about education. It is not our business that the KRTTR, the Kakata Rural Teacher Training Institute, that was established in 1952, that will still remain of providing this certificate. Under our stewardship as a party, we built 10 community colleges. In our in continuation of our leadership, we have improved on those 10 community colleges to 4 federal universities. So in terms of education, under the watch of the rescue nation, we want to improve. The last week, Continental University established a PhD program, and that's what we intend to do. We intend to empower the university that are going to start doing PhD program, the Tubman University to do PhD program. So these are programs that the Unity Party government, beyond 2023, under the stewardship of Joseph Numa and Jeremiah Koo, that's what we want to do. And when you look at
Thank you very much. Your 5 minutes has expired. Let's go to now. The time is, we will call the time like this, 31 minutes past 7. And so you have 5 minutes to go. What is it the government has intends to deliver for the Liberian people?
Thank you very much. When he started to disagree with some things that I said, so that I too have that
You
right
can
to
go
also
ahead in your
do so.
5 minutes.
Yes, in his opening statement, he mentioned where President Ellen Johnson said in 2017, it does now President George Moningwea. That was a very big blow to JMB's efficacy to leadership. To have served under his boss, Madam Shirley, for 12 years, and quote unquote, his boss could not see leadership in him. It tells everything that Joseph Numa Boakai is not a leader befitting to be elected as president of this country. And he also tried to, support me about NEC. The National Election Commission, when I praised them, because first in the history of Liberia, we brought about biometric voter registration process. It had never happened. The United Party had millions to do that, but they always love to do things the duplicated way. And because we had a biometric process, it has picked up very quickly. We don't need any party, the only United Party to go for ECOWAS to come and clean up the voter roll. That happened. Even many times on the United Party that ECOWAS will have to come and clean up the voter roll. But because we have the BVR process, people were arrested committing the act. As they were committing it, they were being arrested. There was limitation of duplication of registration in the above because of the biometric process. First of its kind brought on the leadership of the CEC-led government headed by President George Moningwea. And I do not want to go to the issue of to tie in the vice president of Liberia. She was senator, and I dare you and defy you that she was not the chair of the board of trustees by then. It's far-fetched. The information is not true. We need to go back and read. Even if she was there, let's assume, but not admitting that she was there. It was a voting process. She does not take unilateral decision. It was a decision that was calculated at the executive mansion, engineered by the then administration with the support of Joseph Numa Boakai now, to have expelled the young man for speaking out for poor students who could not afford for $1 to be EP at the state university. So you need to know that, my dear brother. Let's go to the issue. We will come back to me trying to propagate that Joseph Numa Boakai is a conduit through which there could be agricultural revitalization in this country. It's unfortunate because Mr. Boakai had the chance twice when he served as the head of LPMC. He did nothing. Nothing, absolutely, to improve agriculture. Liberia was still importing rice under his stewardship as the head of LPMC. He also did nothing as the Minister of Agriculture in this country. So do spare me with that, old wine, new bottle style of presentation of Mr. Joseph Numa Boakai, my dear friend Apostle Bella. And let me say to you, the CDC is very committed to continuing the good things that we are doing, investment in the educational sector. The University of Liberia today, when you go there, you see that there is massive renovation. The University of Liberia now in the state of ruin before this government came to power. You go there today, you see students have been given some form of improvement in the learning environment. Today, the university is digitized. We have all of these plans that the education sector will remain on course. We will ensure that I was talking about adding value to the military. They did not do that. They did not do that. The military men today, we are adding value to them. We are making them to be specialized. That's why everywhere, most of the developed country, you've got military personnel going there to specialize, whether in the area of medicine, or in the area of engineering, in the area of whatever profession that they have.
Thank you very much, Minister Bar. Thank you. Your 5 minutes has expired. We'll go back to Alfonso. Another 5 minutes. Now, even though you guys want to respond or maybe clarify some of the issues, I'm controlling the show. When that time reaches, I will add. That's the reason why we're getting all the points and everything. Now, what the government, what the Unity Party has done in the opposition, Alfonso, that you think should allow them, allow Liberians to vote them come October? What they've done in the opposition?
Thank you, Sekou, and I want to say clearly to people who listen to my friend and brother, I to the Honorable Minister. The first thing is you have to define the role of an opposition party. What is a role of a political party? A political party is established to win election, one, to make the government of the party in leadership, the stewardship of the country. The responsibility of an opposition political party not to build road, not to build school, not to build any other thing, because there's nobody paying taxes to that government. The responsibility of us, and that's what we've been doing since 2018. We talk about the breakdown of the money. When there was a confusion in the executive branch of government between the Minister of Finance, among the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Justice, the Minister of Information, when they said in contradictions that there was a missing 16 billion, we lay as an opposition political party, we lay bring back our money. And simple today, that bring back our money investigation. You know how it went.
Did you people get the money?
We did not get the money, but we got results.
What were the results?
That result was that there were money, the way the money was infused into the market was not the real process, was not the real procedure to infuse that printed money into the market. The second thing we did.
Result, was it something that was a report?
Yeah, that was a report. So I will conclude on the report. That was a report. The second thing was when Minister Samuel Twes said he mopped out $25 million into the market for the quality. We said no, that was not true. We protested. We wrote the all of the embassies in Liberia. And when the cross report came, it validated our argument that yes, the way that money was infused to the government was a wrong procedure that has never happened in the monetary space of any country in the world. That was true. The second thing was when there was issue about internet money, we protested that nowhere in the world that you can borrow up $1 billion from companies that are nowhere established. So these are records of us. The second thing, when you talk about the harmonization, we protested. And when monies were taken from the accounts of foreign countries support projects in our country, we led a protest that questioned the usage of some money on basis of those protesters. Those protests. The American embassy, almost 9 embassies accredited in Yemen, signed a communique, a joint communique, and said, well, you are in the know of that. And they said that the government was taking money from the account without their consent. So that is the record of an opposition political party, is to checkmate the government, is to provide the direction for the people. When the government is going astray, when the Ebola kick, the COVID, and money was due from Ministry of Commerce, the $25 million for hand polling was used. It was the opposition committee that talked about it. That is our responsibility. Once we are given responsibility as a ruling establishment, it is not our responsibility to provide goods and services, to settle to the bread border. Before I close quickly, I just want to provide to my comment. You talk about the colleges and universities. We have no record. We have no record in terms of colleges and universities. Since the CDC government came, my comment across this table cannot say to this table or to the audience outside of here how many community colleges have been created under the CDC record. You talk about Joe Walker performance and appearance. You will be blinded to not note, even if you are not born, but you should be able to read history, to be able to read information documentation That under Joe Boyka leadership, the FPNC became vibrant. That at that time we were not importing rice. We were eating rice that were coming
Thank you,
from local.
thank you, thank you. Let's go to Minister Ban. Now, what the government has done that you think they deserve re-election?
Perfect. The government has done marvelously well. And this is just, whenever I speak here, it's like, promotion of the government chances of being re-elected on the first ballot. And this is something that we are very, keen on to be, not to go to second round with lazy opposition party that have leaders who have shown that got no clear intention to provide goods and services that will benefit the people more than we are doing now. This government has ensured that you see that, first of all, a lot of roads have been built. A lot of roads have been built. Roads, some of them in communities that were forgotten about because they quote unquote, they are people of peasants, poor people in the environment. The party has a DNA of elitism, trying to portray itself to be a political party only for the elites. They forgot about people in the Dole community area for the very first time. When I used to visit my uncle in Dole community under the Unity Party-led government, and before that, during the recent rainy season that we have now, you will have to take off your shoes to go and speak to anybody. If you're a student, you have to put your uniform in the bag, put your shoes in the bag, before you can be able to cross that very nasty area to go to school, or to wherever you are going to. Today there is a road there, people are living there. Today, in impoverished communities like Claratown, they have a recreation center built by His Excellency Dr. George Manuia. Today in West Point, people have recreation center in West Point. I don't need to talk about this one, right to Fish Market. I do not need to talk about the one that is upcoming at PHP. All right? Today, we see massive investment into the health sector level C. We have over 100 medical doctors who have been sent out of this country to go and specialize in various disciplines. Okay? Pathology. Different style. Today, that is happening under President George Manuia. We've invested a lot at the referral hospital. Today, we have a new hospital, very equipped in Bapolu County. Bapolu was forgotten about under the Unity Party-led government. Though it was once upon a time part of Lofa County where Joseph Nwabaka comes from, he could not, ensure that development reaches Lofa County. What about Bapolu? So Baka, you call him the rescuer? What did he rescue? He's not a rescuer, but a scoundrel. The scoundrel in chief himself said that the Unity Party-led government was given a lot of opportunity because money will come. Money was not a problem because we were a sorrowful country. Our military, our police, lawless men, we just came for war. So people were helping institutions to be built in this country. Money was coming. What did they do with the money? They paid themselves fat salary. He's speaking about harmonization. Harmonization had to come to effect. Today, there are many of his colleagues, I don't know whether he's in government, but there are many of his colleagues who are bad off in this government. They are on government payroll. We're not taking them from there. We know that they disagree with us. But we have to employ additional people too, as a new horizon. We employ them, and they have to take salary. And so what do we have to do? We have to look at people. No longer a minister will make over $7,000 a year. We saw under the Unity Party-led government, BNK said he had a marital, was taking $24,000 monthly in this kind of impoverished country. These guys, they did not come to build. They came to loot this country. And they looted this country very well. That is why when they left the countries covered very dry and empty, that was the beginning part of our administration.
Thank you very much.
We had to take some money. This is very important.
No,
Just
your
30 seconds.
time has finished. Your time has finished. So we can, okay. So now we move on to the next stage of it. Now, the both of you have said a lot of things, and the time, Francois, I want you to look at the time. The time is roughly 46 past 7. And so we're going to give you the next 5 minutes. And the next 5 minutes is where we're going to be asking you some of the things you said and providing our own, investigative facts to some of the things you said. You talked about the former president under her leadership, where your standard bearer served as vice president for 12 unbroken years. She could not put the hands off of our Ambassador Baka. Instead, she endorsed the current president. In your own realm, what does that suggest to you?
Second, let me tell you, the first thing about leadership, the first thing about governance, the thing about friendship. That's why I say to some of my friends who are Liberia, I did not go to Liberia to do first. I go to Liberia with the mindset of yes, the ideological perspective of the Liberia is what I believe in. So we sit on the table, we discuss the policies of the Liberia Party. So it's not about friendship.
So that means, before you come, I'm going to ask you. So that means there were no good policies of Joseph Newman Baka that prompted the former president to have endorsed the candidature of Ambassador Weir.
That is not true. What I'm saying to you, whatever transpired between Ambassador Baka and Mrs. that was personal.
How?
That is good. Because Ambassador have not wanted Ambassador Baka to succeed as standard bearer of the Liberia Party, as then president standard bearer, she should have allowed him to succeed as standard bearer of the Liberia Party.
So like I said to you, Alfonso, what does that suggest to you as a reasonable person?
Chief,
you've worked with someone for 12 years and they no longer even trust you to lead after them.
It's not about trust or lead. It's about the options available in terms of laws. For example, let me give you a scenario of Kenya. The recent year, Uhuru Kenyatta, his vice president was William Ruto, now the president of Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta did not support William Ruto. He supported Odinga, Brother Odinga. Ruto won the election. It's not about who you support. So why? I'm kidding. So I cannot tell you what are the reasons. Because I was not there when one person was president and another person was vice. I was not there. So I will not tell you the reason. I'm saying to you to support. It means that I can have confidence in you. One, that you protect me. If you have done wrong. Two, that you'll be a lead on the work. That I will stay.
Is that how you understand it?
No, I was not there.
That's
so I'm giving my political perspective. I'm giving my political perspective. That you'll protect me, you'll be a leader, and I will be a leader.
That's a very elementary thought of how you see it.
Chief, I'm reading political dialectics. I'm saying to you about political persuasion. I'm saying to you about governance institutions. So I'm saying I'm not guessing to you. If, for example, I'm the manager here, or I'm the board of chair, and board of director chair, and I say that brings somebody, I'm probably in my mind want to bring someone. If you listen to the CDC's program in 2017, they were not saying that they will deliver this country, they will provide the brand water issue. At Carol Grace and my own brother in Felicity, they said they were going to protect Manasari and her family. That was their slogan. That was their manifesto in 2017. And that was not our issue. Our issue that Unity Party had a platform. Unity Party has a manifesto. And that manifesto was for the Liberian people. It is not about protection of people. So
let's move on to this. Where you said Unity Party currently has a code. And you say arrest. That talks about agriculture. I want to remind you in 2016, when Ambassador Baka had millions in his budget, the people in his hometown, they were complaining about safe drinking water. And we had an interview where people were even complaining that Ambassador Baka could not even do a bigger farm. How can you convince the Liberian people that this man is an agriculturalist and you will deliver on this.
So let me tell you, when you say millions, I want you to be specific. In terms of the budget code.
For his budget.
I'm coming to you. The budget that was allocated to the office of the vice president was not only for him personally. He had a staff of almost 50 presidents that you are catering to. Now, let me respond to the issue about you. Ambassador Baka had a farm in his country since 2004. If you go to Baku,
I'm being particular.
Chief, I'm coming. Chief,
let's be particular
Chief,
about
I'm coming. Chief, you asked me a question about farm.
About farm in his hometown.
Chief,
I said
I'm
was
coming.
something.
Chief,
I did not say another place.
Most of our Sanga is not an issue about having a farm. He was Sanga, Ambassador Baka had a project. He had many projects. He was Sanga. So remember, Ambassador Baka was vice president of the Republic of Nigeria. He was not only vice president for Wasanga. But yeah, what happened? As an individual,
and he said,
as an individual who was born and bred in Wasanga, from Wasanga, if you go to Wasanga today, the road from Foya to the Sarah, to the Guinea Boy to Wasanga is a back road in Lofa.
You are mistaking my question.
No, I'm not mistaken.
I'm talking about agriculture.
I'm saying to you, Ambassador
let's
Baka,
take this to agriculture.
I'm saying to you, Ambassador Baka and agricultural related issues in Lofa is not over-emphasized. If you go to Lofa, when you say Joe Baka, they relate him to agriculture. Because you know what? When Ambassador Baka was part of the MBFU, they will know exactly when they went. Even he moved from this.
So you keep confusing my question. I actually let me. I said when Ambassador Baka was president.
At the office, I didn't know two things.
The people in Wasonga, they could not do
agriculture.
The only thing they said,
well, you would do so the sector at the top. Look out there.
And it was not yielding such a result of a person that brags about being
When you say people, I want to play the report.
Let my producer come in. Victor, if you're listening, you need to come in.
So I want you to play that report. I've been to Wasanga more than 3 times. I have been to Lofa. And when you go to Lofa, we're talking about Joe Baka. You're relating Joe Baka to agriculture product. We're talking about the MP. Joe Baka is known in Lofa as the only person who took LPMC, the only in them, the LPMC time. The then LPMC. The then LPMC time.
Come and play
the then LPMC time. So the interview, what you want to do in the interview, today for example, you go to
I'm going to play for the benefit of you.
Today you go to Benko. If you want to talk about autonomous in Benko, some of the point Benko say,
come back to Lofa.
I'm saying to you. So in Lofa, I'm giving you another.
Let me play you the interview. You say you want to get it. You need to read that in so we can get that interview. The interview that was done in 2016 in Wasonga, so we can listen to it.
Around here, we have school in Kobana and we have school here. And teachers, how many teachers you have? Only 2 teachers. Even you have 2 government teachers and the rest now PT or parents have to pay them. And where the parents will get the money. Likewise in Kobana, we have from the elementary to 6th grade. We only have 1 government paid teacher. 5 teachers are teaching. Those have to be paid by the community.
How many people will be
Probably around 500 to 600 in this particular time. Obama will have up to 500.
This is a company that looking at it,
Yes, so
what can you point to as describing what can you benefit from?
if you can see you see the solar light. You look around, you can find them. Yeah, that's why I say solar light, and then few hand pumps, but they are down, functioning now.
How long have they? And I say how long have they not functioning?
Some are more than a year. One day, the immigration said build a new pump that they want to use in there.
How about if it's a little thing, like you people are packaged. Yeah, what is the difference?
Yeah.
They don't come to the game. How do you send the message to them?
We made them verbally, sometimes we write letter. But writing is one thing, to respond is another thing. The VP pass sometimes at the season, that is Christmas season, they usually come and spend Christmas with us. Sometimes the New Year, we leave and go home. Sometimes once a year.
Pape, tell us about agriculture in your player. What are you doing about agriculture? What is the government helping you with agriculture in your player?
For agriculture, I think 2 or 3 years ago, 2010 to present, we are having the NGO like ERC, and also submitting for the help in some area, road construction. The agriculture ERC, they help us with few materials, the license, fire, and other things. That's all we have.
That one alright for you?
Men that drown in the water, in the ocean, anything they give you to hold it, you have to hold it. It's not alright for us.
The vice president who coming from the time here. And that the vice president who time here?
Yeah.
The vice president, everybody know him in Liberia for agriculture. He now served the agriculture sector for a long time in the country. What is his full contribution that you can boost up on this time and boost up or Foya can boost up?
You go say time to call me. You go say time to call me. You already dark. You going dark there again? You already dark. So me I hold the air in your picture him. Yeah, hold the air in your picture him. Already dark. They going dark there again. You get bien on me water to there. You get bien on me water. Fancy. Okay. Sure, let me see. Why let that on? I thought I would see your VF. You see VF and in there. Your VF. Sure VF no. She laugh. Don't use that money of to call your boyfriend. Go to your son. I will marry you, girl. It's easy or more. Plenty. Because a woman gets like, where do you guys get in the go? You play, you can laugh. What are you going to do now? But I think myself, I know for me, to be honest, I just do it occasionally. I don't do it often. Maybe your party or sometimes while the lot of work that is, maybe my co-worker come over, man. That one is, just about. I think that none of that below my mind. I can drink the one. No. It might be occasion or purpose. Yeah. But I don't just go out. Let's say, oh, let me go up with. Let me go better on small thing and go put them on. But what I drink when those style, I will drink beer. But I had it all narrow plot in it. I'm like a coffee and all those. Ah, come on, man. You get chat. Okay. You must say that. The way you say, put me busy, but I don't know. Behind the scene, eh? Yeah, I'm in here, just, mommy water. Eh? No, I'm working for now. I was really going home. I just doing something here. As soon as I do the machine, I was so finished. If you go in, finish, I was so finished. Where for you? What year? What that woman I mean? You go visit your boys, you go visit your friend. Yeah, I miss you. That one do your friend too. That friend to friend. Yeah, she not kind of. What's up? What's up? I'm okay. Oh. My mom said she can't leave. But people do alcohol. I'll go and save them. So what do they do? Your name? Sataros? Oh, I'm seeing here. You getting me? I said I'm seeing. Call me Sim or somebody call me Victor. Yeah, easy going. Yeah. Ah, you target that. Okay. I will be love you. Love you now. Any camera. Yeah, you don't know me. No problem, Baba. But but why? But why you go bleach for? That sin. I mean that bleaching sin. Fresh, yeah. What you gonna bleach for? You go on ready? On ready? I want kiss all your neck. I can fresh. I'll be kissing. I'll kiss me on it. Eh. Why in two of the other day you got me there and then I can see that first person on this many. Myself, I black you see my kid. Yo, yo, food on it, tattoo for me. Eh, you never call me a prank. You never call me. What a problem. You never call me. Or you start calling line. Yeah. Alright, alright. Alright. Alright.
You find the photo and put it there.
Why you follow it?
Come down and put on my hotel and you will get it there. So it's LN, FW, FW, uploaded. Look over there, missing nothing on inside. There are 2 editions they take it on.
1, 2.
Yeah. Delete. All together.
Oh, today 15 or 14?
Tomorrow. It's not for today, it's for tomorrow. So I'm done for this week. I'm not carrying any life program. Never.
Oh, but put on
You know, what do you call it?
put on season for it. Everybody put on la vena go see.
Anybody want to can take it. I told Lorena available. Yeah.
Ah, but now if they talking, now they put have a view that on. Why they say oh okay oh.
You can be using me in the news department. You using me in the business department. You using me for programs. Then every time they say get my money can go.
Yeah, go
But you
on.
want to use me all the capacity then my money can go. Even the business I mean tell it what to tell God what I need already start doing it. The areas that you can send to LRA or the area I can tell you to start sending it people in there. But yeah.
Ah, ouais, ainsi on est d'accord. Yeah, I'm doing good. You went knock or so quick. You went you went. You need be a beating. You went knock for me come on. My body in over there now trying to pour talking me on I need I want to do something goes here. And I quit not doing knock for no. Eh la doing again. Eh la doing again. Yeah. You get easier but stay now you want to see what I mean. Yeah. Well, wow, call generally said one knock for. You sure you lying? You say you are saying you say I can see your purple room. Oh. Oh, who asked you the other one now? No, but anything that's all, anything I get missing, I'll put it there. No, but I love it. I love it. I love it. Seriously, I love it. Maybe we are. Maybe you definitely. Even you go on my page, you go on my page. You don't see me clapping. You don't see me in and out of funny. Okay. Yeah. So exactly what you see on my page. The how I look like. That only working move. I go to work. Okay. When you look at me, all they see don't see on me. All they don't see. To be honest, I'm a gentleman. I ain't not talking about too much. Except I say occasionalist. One more time. To be honest, maybe we are. To be honest, one more time. Maybe if I want to, like my friends, man, once in a while, man, if I have, even if they are coming your place, I can spend whole time there. Say you see whether you let you walk around, or go move around, or go to your hotel, let. What? Eh? I hear you. You see it soaking already? So that means you can wear around there. No, no, leave that. That not an issue. Everybody have to start somewhere. What are you talking so? You don't no, don't do it. Don't think about that. To say, oh, it's bro. Listen, why you know you starting from and all will begin from there. You getting me? Don't never underestimate where you lay your head. Don't do it in life. Don't do it. No, everybody begin from somewhere. Let me honest with you. So don't be ashamed. Even I can see one coach thinking also it's my duty to go and do a promotion or to explore. Now to come, don't be doing it. When you say it to myself, I'll be feeling yeah, because what are you talking about? Man, I live in zero. In that film, is zero because even people like people are getting conflict. I'll not be honest, people are not still, but I don't know they know that people can start from somewhere. Okay, so maybe people see myself walking or you not too flashy. You get all make on your feeling walking who's flat no. That will make you a proud girl and make you to behave or to work. You know that why you say no, but then I have to arrange everything that I think I have now. And if I'm not able, I will talk to him to do it. I have to work. Don't think about oh because he working office or he hello hello. Patient. Après, yo to mi ko mi yam mi ma ko kan go. Patient. Hello. Patient. Patient. Ko ka cho we. Ko mo no man de we go no yeso. Yeah. 1 year. You know, I have this. I'm a free. About I just recently. So 1 year they tell me yeah, if I don't get what's going on. Just 1 year, close to 2 year. So what class you in? Okay. But you're not going to Canada alone because you have to come out of high school. So then my parents see coming out, but coming on the out of one working with them. All men not listening. But I hope, but you're not loving around. You sure? Calling your boyfriend. It's so shocking because a beautiful girl, young looking girl like you that you want to decide to find somebody good. Well, like why I can say to you, I like you to be honest. I go through your profile, your photos, everything. You are now flamboyancy. You now exposing your body. You're not making up yourself. You use your own natural. Yeah, that's what I love. To be honest with you. I love you for that, and I create. I've already created a relationship. I create a feeling for you already. So be honest. Yeah. So now I do it now to play games now with you or somebody else. So again, well, like probably maybe he may come back, but if you believe when you know this, why would you say nothing will come back? Yeah. All right, well, this thing I'll call you. I'll tell you pass what you go. I on the phone I say I love you. You see, on the phone go on the phone you say yes. The guy, uh, she's not working on yeah you. The guy, I miss you high level. I I catch you now. Say give me yeah. Okay. All right. Child talking. Our uncle. Giza. Yeah, fun. I just want to find out what want you. Yeah, I want to know when you get fat now and why you drive. On the side. Well, I think what you have was your favorite. You are? Oh, I don't know about that. Thinking that, even that game and thing also have me sick. You give me what I'm really sick for. Yeah, but not just the top in there. Mm-hmm. Your phone breaking you. People they see me outside today, your brand, you need to drive my hour. So, mm. Yeah. Yeah, we just started. What? Yeah, he's on this. Yeah, I don't be balanced. I'm going to you know, my friend, he came to ask me, I said, I took my gear. I mean, he's me also. And my friend, in the King Side, he came to see you and asked me, I said, I took my gear. I mean, he's me also. Yeah. And then I support you. Yeah. Yeah. I know you watching talking. I know you, but I know. I hate looking. I hate looking. Bad character inside you. Yeah, who that want to two person was you. What is it?